Hey angels, and welcome back to TouchedByTyHairCo. You're here because you wanted to get into this look, so let's do it. First, I start off with my little model today, which is my little cousin Malia. Made her clean her little juicy face. Now, one thing that I should have done that I did not do was moisturize her face. She has dry skin, and she has a lot of allergies. So I did not go in with a moisturizer to moisturize her face, and it did show some patchiness towards the end of the work because her skin did need to be moisturized. So let this be a lesson for those new artists, MUAs out there like myself. Moisturize the skin, make sure you're priming the skin. You have to do all those pre-steps, okay? Okay, moving right along. Let's get into these brows. I use the Goof Proof pencil by E Benefits. This eyebrow pencil can be found at Ulta Beauty, and I believe Sephora has them as well. This is my go-to eyebrow pencil. I absolutely love it. It's pre-angled, and it just makes doing eyebrows flawless. I have gotten a lot better in doing eyebrows. I haven't done makeup for a while due to me moving, transitioning. So this was just like my first time really doing somebody, and she was nice enough to be my model. To lay the brows down, because we were washing this off tonight, I did not want to use an adhesive, so I went in with the NYX brow glue because I wanted it to be easy to, come off. To conceal the bottom of her brow, I'm going in with the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 02 and this Morphe Angled M163 brush. Y'all, please excuse my body. You're going to see shots of me in and out of the camera. I try my best to stay out of the camera as much as I possibly could. We were at my aunt's house, so we were shooting, in the kitchen. So had to work with what we had. To buff out the concealer and to define it, I am going in with this double-sided or dual LA Colors eyebrow brush. For the top of her brows, I am going in with the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade, I believe this was 05. It was a little dark, but we made it work. I don't know where my 4 is. This might have been an 8 because I couldn't find my 7, but we made it work. So at the top of the brows, you want to make sure that you're going in with a more skin tone concealer because you want to avoid a halo eye. So that's the purpose on using the 2 different color concealers. You want to use a brighter one on the brow bone, okay, to highlight the brow. But at the top, you want it to look like it's just in the skin. So that's the reason for going in with something more skin tone-like. To set this concealer in place on her brow, on her eyelids, I go in with my RK by Kiss transparent setting powder. Okay, and this is going to bring us into her eyelid look. I believe this is the Amazon palette made by Juvia's Place. I go in with that using the first shade at the top. I did not show it. I'll have the shade name in the description box for you. This was a very simple look. My little cousin is only 13. I did not want this to be too grown. Excuse my dogs in the background, guys. I just wanted to give her something cute while just keeping my hand steady and staying in my craft. I'm going back in to deepen up that eyelid with that second shade. Again, I will leave the shades down in the description box. Using this RK by Kiss blending eyeshadow brush. All right, to apply this glitter, I go in using this clear eyelash glue adhesive. I've already done one eyelid off camera. I did not do a cut crease. I just placed the glue on using a small eyeshadow brush in the form of a cut crease. And then I went in and I applied the glitter to the glue. So this is a no cut crease look. And the glitter that was used today is the Jaru Cosmetics glitter in the shade Flirt. Now to line, give her a lash line. I go in with this Everlasting liquid liner made by Profusion Cosmetics. Oh my God, my son. Y'all, this is the ghetto in here. I don't have a moment of peace. I can't even record content. Y'all, please excuse all the noise in the background. I'm sorry. Not sorry. So I am just basing her lash line and prepping it for her eyelash. So off camera, I went and I applied her lashes. Those lashes are from Amazon. It came in one of the multi-packs. To prime her face, I'm going in with the Maybelline primer. And I'm using this Real Technique priming brush. If you look on what will be the left-hand side of the screen, you could kind of see that patchiness up under her eye from the dry skin. And that's the area where we kind of had trouble with. For her foundation, I am going in using the Nika K Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 04 Warm Sand. This was not an exact match for her. This was a little light. I did not realize that until like midway through doing her makeup because the lighting is so bright. So what I did to deepen her face, and you'll see me do this later, is I'm going to go in with a pressed powder. But before I went in with the pressed powder, I continued my foundation process. I go in, I apply with the foundation brush, then I buff into the skin with a dense foundation brush, and then I'm going to blend it out with a damp Real Technique sponge. It is a lot of blending, but it works. It just makes the makeup grab, the skin just grabs the makeup when you really do blend out your look. Blending is very important. As I was applying this foundation, I also see, and I'm sure you guys see, I should have did some color correction on her. But again, it was late and I did not want to pack all this makeup on her skin. Normally, I would have went in and color corrected her skin because she does have multicolored skin. Most people would say, oh, you have patchy skin, but that's not the proper terminology. You just have multicolored skin. You have some skin discoloration. And prior to applying a foundation, you would go in and you would color correct in a situation like that. She definitely is a candidate for color correction due to the multicoloredness of her skin. However, we did not color correct today. We just went in and applied the foundation and continued with the makeup process. To do her highlight, I went in with the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade, I believe this was 03. And as I start to build, I see where her skin is dry. Those dry areas started to protrude through the makeup. So that is the purpose of doing the pre-skincare steps. You want to make sure that you clean the face, that you tone, you moisturize the skin so that you can have a flawless makeup application. Because if you don't, any areas of concern will pop through the makeup. Now, to set her highlight and her foundation into place, I'm going in with this LA Colors Pressed Powder in the shades 03 and 04, I believe. Soft Honey and Warm Honey. For Soft Honey, which is the lighter of the two shades, I went in, I set her highlight. Warm Honey, I went in and I'm going to press this throughout the rest of her skin. Not only is this setting her foundation, this is also bringing some depth into her skin. And just giving us an even coverage. To bronze up her face and give her some definition. I really didn't want to give her a deep contour. She's only 13. I didn't want her looking too grown, but I definitely wanted to bring some color into the skin. I went in with my RK by Kiss powder contour palette in the shade Medium Deep. To contour her nose, I go in with this same palette using this angled eyeshadow brush, and I just take it down on the nose bridge. Y'all have to excuse this background. I'm watching Living Single, so I got a lot going on. But I wanted to get this content out. Off camera, I went in and I am baking her. I'm baking her definition with the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Medium. And I am baking her highlighted areas with this Absolute Cosmetics setting powder in the shade Golden Banana. For her blush, I was going to go in with volume 2, but I decided volume 1, but I wanted to bring some depth, so I decided to go in with this Juvia's Place blush palette in the colors volume 2. This is their newer palette. Y'all, I went in looking for the old Juvia's Place palette that had like all the blushes in it, and they don't do those anymore. They discontinued those palettes. They only have these palettes that have 2 blushes. So I bought volume 1 and volume 2. They used to have a palette that had all 4 in there. So if you have that palette, cherish it, because, honey, they don't have it no more. Now I'm just going to press all this powder into her skin using this dense powder brush and my damp blending brush. Going back in just to deepen up some of those areas so she does not look so washed out, using her pressed powder, the same pressed powder, LA Colors, and the Warm Honey. Redefining areas that were lost. Reapplying some blush. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to go back in and reapply. And that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just to make those cheeks pop. She has a very oval face, so I just want to give her some definition throughout. Give her some color. Now I'm going to blend all of this together using my favorite bronzer. My Lumi Bronze It by L'Oreal Cosmetics. If you have not tried this bronzer, please do so. It gives your skin a very beautiful glow. It is a matte bronzer, and it does have sparkle in it. So if you're not a sparkle person, then this isn't for you. But I love it. It gives the skin a beautiful glow. Looks like you've been kissed by the sun. I go in, I set her face in my Milani Make It Last and matte setting sprays. And now I'm going in with this highlighting palette to highlight her cheekbones, right around her brow area, her nose, and her chin. If you have questions about the items that I'm using, any of the brushes, make sure you go and check out my What's in My Makeup Kit video, part 1 and 2. I go over everything that I have in my makeup kit. I am a new aspiring makeup artist, so I use things that are within my budget, that are within my clientele pricing. And if you're trying to get started, I have really good products. So to line her bottom lash line, I wanted to try to give her a pop of color. I saw Lachey's Glam use this technique. She used a liquid liner with a liner brush, and she went in with a specific color. I believe it was like a hot pink color, and she lined her client's her lower lash line, and it came out so beautiful. So I wanted to try that with her with this new liquid liner. This is some liquid liner by Profusion Cosmetics. It is very pigmented, bright lights in their color teal, and it did make her eyes pop. It did what needed to be done. For her lips, I go in with this lip liner that I found at my local beauty supply store. I don't know the color name. I will leave it in the description box as well. Again, you can find this at your local beauty supply store for like $1. It's smooth. It goes on really, really easy. I did not want to give her a bright lip. I just wanted to give her something age appropriate, but definitely, something popping. I went in with the NYX matte lipstick in the color Butter, and I used my Kiss Cosmetics Lip Glam Shine in the color Paparazzi to bring all that together. Now, she's my little cousin. Normally, I would not apply lipstick from my lipstick to a client's mouth. Please use some type of tool, lipstick brush or something like that. You don't want your clients to be putting lipstick on every client that you have. This was the finished product under the low light. Look at that brow. Y'all, these might be the best brows I done. And this is what she looked like. She went and slicked down her edges, honey. She wanted to be fine. This was her under regular lighting. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click the bell. Okay? And thanks for the support. Like, share, comment. Tell me what I did wrong, what I can do better. Okay? I appreciate you. Bye.
You ain't got nothing to say.